piece you just heard was Five-Note Fiddler by Brian Balmages. This fun and energetic piece uses only the first 5 notes of the D major scale.
While learning it, we also explored different types of notes, like eighth notes, quarter notes, and half notes. Along the way, we discover how melody and harmony work together to make music more interesting.
Up next, we will be performing To the Stars by Todd Parrish. This piece was a big challenge for us. It includes lots of musical leaps and tricky string crossings.
We had to focus on keeping a good sound as we moved between strings, and we think the hard work paid off.
We had to listen very carefully to each other and work as a team to stay together and create the full piece story of the piece. Thank you so much for coming to our concert. We hope you enjoyed the rest of the concert.
learning two contrasting sections in major and minor keys, and quickly switching between bowing and plucking.
The next piece you will hear is Breakbeat by Doug Sparrow. This piece is played entirely pizzicato, which means we pluck the strings instead of using our bows. We also use body percussion to keep the groove going. We work really hard on staying together, using dynamics and counter-pressure. We hope you enjoy Breakbeat. For this piece, we learned how to play double stops, which is playing two strings at a time. We worked very hard to move our fingers as fast as we could and practiced our notes many times. Please enjoy Fiddles on Fire.
Are you listening? Whisper. Shh.
Our next piece is Akutobo, which is a Japanese folk song beautifully arranged by Greg Gilpin. It paints a picture of a red dragonfly at sunset, calling to mind feelings of nostalgia and childhood memories.
We close our concert with When I Grow Up by Tim Mitchell, a joyful and humorous look at the dreams and big ideas we all have we imagine when we grow up. This piece also features 4 soloists, Carolyn Dory, Caitlin McGinley, Jackson Nicolosi, and Ina Taki. Thank you all for coming, and we hope you enjoy this last piece.
I do also want to just give a very quick thank you to Mrs. Deborah Bartow for all of her help on the piano. Thank you all for coming. We hope you enjoyed this lesson.
soloists from Luca, May, and Oliver. We hope you enjoy Nostalgia in Times Square. Our next song is called Mercy, Mercy, Mercy by Joe Zalano. You'll hear solos from Olivia, May, Mia, and Oliver. Thank you for listening and being a great audience.
Hi, and this is the band portion of the program. We have 2 more groups for you, and we're going to allow the students to exit the stage now as we rearrange for the 4th grade band.
Hi, Greenvale families. We are the 4th grade band, and we will be playing 3 sections for you. The first song is called Beethoven's Ninth. The theme comes from Beethoven's famous Ode to Joy melody. We hope you enjoy. Our final piece is called Rondo for Band by composer Linda Ben. This piece is in rondo form, which means the main theme or the A section always returns after every new section. Listen as the clarinets are featured in the first 8 measures. Thank you for being a great audience and stick around for the 5th grade band.
Thank you so much. Thank you. One more round of applause for the fourth grade band. Thank you so much. All right. Now, a couple of instructions. Now, fourth grade students are going to exit the same way we came in and go back to the gym. If this is the end of your portion of the program, you can leave your families by the gym door and allow us about 5 minutes or so to set up for the fifth grade band. Thank you all so much for being a wonderful audience. We appreciate it.
Good evening, Greenvale community. Overture and Out by Andy
concert band march in ABA form. We will play a contrasting piece called Caribbean Breeze by the composer Victor Lopez. This song is a cha-cha-cha, which comes from the upbeat Cuban music tradition.
We are almost at the end of the program, and I want to thank you all for coming out and supporting us. Next up, we are going to play a short fanfare called Conquest by Brian Belmages, and then go directly into an encore that needs no introduction. We know you will recognize it.
it's been such a pleasure working with you. They're so creative and so talented. I'm so excited to watch them continue to grow on into middle school and high school here in East Chester. We have a fabulous music program at the secondary level, and I hope everybody sticks with music as they go on into 6th grade. Thank you all again so much for coming. Please get home safe. And at this time, we're going to ask the 5th graders to walk the same way they came in and go pack up their instruments and machines. Thank you guys so much for your